So I just had a couple of little things to talk to you guys about today. The first is a safety note. You guys have all recognized these, right? For lighting, if you've got like a candle in a really tall glass holder, or light your barbecue or whatever. It's good to have around. We always like to have one at hand because we do have a lot of things where it's not practical to just light a match or a little lighter or, you know, flint and steel. But with this one, what we noticed is they all have to have a lock on them these days, or at least in Canada they do. The problem with this lock is it's just a switch. So if you happen to have a toddler like we do, when this arrived in the house, before we could hide it, she picked it up. Oh, click. Okay. So I don't know if they make these with that kind of, like on the small lighters, you know, there's a pressure lock now that you have to push it down in order to make it work, and that's a very good solution. I don't know if they make one of these that's actually childproof, but this little flick lock, if your kid is even remotely non-remedial, they're going to figure that out. So we keep it up here. Okay? Just something for everyone to know. You know, I figure I care about your kids. Second thing I wanted to show you is, here's one of the axes I've been working on that I showed you guys in my video, the one where I showed the buck saw that wasn't working. So here's my first full-on restore. I did another restore on one, but kept the helve on, and I just, you know, retreated the head. This one's still full of oil and sawdust. But this one's not quite finished yet for 2 reasons. A, not oiled, 3 reasons. B, I haven't sharpened up the bit yet. That'll be the last thing I do. C, no wedge. The reason for that is, being as this is my first rehelving experience, I was trying to pound the wedge in and it was too wide, too oblique. So I was working, and then I was sanding it down and working and sanding it down, and I was pounding on it with a makeshift mallet I'd made out of cedar. And at one point I blew it to pieces because I was hitting on it real hard and I was trying to sort of force it down in there. And so in my garage there are little slivers of wedge everywhere. I've ordered like a dozen wedges from someone I know through the Axe Junkies Facebook group. And I'm just waiting for them to arrive, and then I'll put another. I'm hoping he sent me some walnut ones. I'd like to see a little contrast up there. But at any rate, so once this is finished, I'm going to be showing it off in a big way because I'm excited about it. I love the size of it. You know, I don't have an axe this big, you know, in a usable state. This will be my first full size. I'm going to keep this one for myself. I'm not ready to start selling them yet because I don't feel that my skills are up to par. But I'm going to love this axe. Just look at that. Look at that. Look at that head. And it's, I think it's a 5-pounder. I think that's what the 5 on it's for. Mastercraft 5. Anyway, so that's that. The third thing I wanted to do was a little shout out to TankTracks because I won his giveaway, his secret giveaway. And it's nice to have some good news because, you know, anyone who's seen my last video knows that I'm having a bit of a rough year, but I won something. I don't know what it is yet. It was a secret giveaway that you had to watch to the end of one of his videos to even know about. So anyways, when that arrives, I'll let you know what it was. He's also doing another giveaway right now, which... Tank, I'm not entering, but I'm doing the VR anyway because it's an interesting question. He wants to know what you guys think he should do videos on. And the reason I want to answer that is because I'm kind of having an interesting relationship with the VRs right now. I kind of don't want to do very many. And that's because I like doing VRs, but not necessarily to win the swag. I think I've said this in a previous video last summer, that I enter VRs because that is the most powerful thumbs up you can give someone. right? That's more than just clicking a button. That is showing someone that you listen and you care enough to make a video to answer that person. And so, Tank, this is a VR, but don't enter me, because I think it would be gauche to expect a prize right after winning one. But the question you asked is one that I've sort of been pondering for my own channel. So I feel that I don't owe you an answer, but I want to give you an answer. One thing I think I'd like to see a video on is, because of bushcrafting, I now carve spoons. And I'm slowly getting to the point where I'm going to be able to start selling them. You know, some bushcrafters end up making buck saws. I made one, which I still have to fix. Some guys end up, you know, making axes. Some guys end up making cooksaws. Has bushcrafting made you want to try any of this? Because what I'm trying to figure out is, the guys who are doing this, is it because they've already got some sort of an artistic background? Like, I went to art school. My dad's a wood carver. My family thought I was going to make my living as an artist. You know, some guys are just really good with a camera, and I wonder a lot about if there's a correlation, not between bushcraft and doing all this stuff, but if the bushcrafters who are doing this stuff are already sort of artsy, or if it's the bushcraft culture that brings that out in people. Because I personally believe that everyone's an artist somewhere inside them, and everyone's a mathematician somewhere inside them, or not a mathematician, but has a scientific curiosity somewhere inside them. And, you know, if we don't beat this out of our children, you know, everyone could be a total Renaissance man, kind of, you know. So I want to know is, you know, how much carving or whatever of any of this stuff does bushcraft make you want to do? And, you know, beyond, like, you know how spoon carving is like a bushcraft 101 skill, but beyond that, has any of this made you really want to get into, I don't know, leather making, or like something that's inside that you're not set up to do yet, or something that you're starting, or something that you know. I'd like something on that. I'd like to see something on that, because I'd be very interested to know what your philosophy is. I'm actually interested to know what everyone's philosophy on that is. But it's not a VR for everybody. So yeah, I won something. I'm almost done an axe. Public service announcement about those lighters, and I'm out of here. That's all she wrote. Thanks for watching, guys.